Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. This is going to be full of our video diaries as we set off on an epic 3-month road trip from Ibiza in Spain all over Europe. But first we've got to get back to the UK because our 30-year-old campervan needs its MOT. Welcome to the dawn of Campervan Casa. We are Rich and Koa. Koa's an 18-month-old Australian Shepherd. He's still learning and he's got a long way to go. His nickname is Crazy Boy or Monkey. You'll see why throughout our journey. And me? Well, I'm Rich. I've always been an adrenaline junkie. If it involves speed, I'm there. I also love my skiing as I've spent 18 years working winters in the Alps. Maybe I should ski better. But at the end of the day, it's just a boy and his dog setting off on an adventure together to see what they can find and explore as much as they can. And we really hope that you'll join us on our journey. Of course, I believe I have to tell you to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell button that gives you notifications when a new video is coming out. But hey, for now, we just want to say hello and hope that you enjoy our first ever YouTube video. Oh, and one more thing. I guess we'd better introduce you to the doctor. It's time for the doctor to get naked. Unfortunately, that ship in front is not the one that we're getting on. a bar, pool, on the boat. How good is this? Never had this much luxury on a ferry from Ibiza to the mainland before, but hey, let's enjoy it. Koa certainly is. Good morning. Welcome to our first official stop on our route from Ibiza back to the UK. We are in a little village, a little town called Geldo, which is about an hour north of Valencia on the way to Zaragoza. We're going to be heading a little bit further north, about 3 hours north, halfway between kind of like where we are and, excuse the van noise, sorry, as I was saying, halfway between where we are, Geldo, and Zaragoza. We will be heading not too sure where, but we will find somewhere. Anyway, we had a walk into town last night. Beautiful little town, really lit up in some amazing colours, especially like the town hall. So I will put some pictures on Instagram so you can see those. But also this town has got some amazing artwork, so I thought we'd take a walk in before we leave and get some video and some pictures of the artwork. I saw a sign last night. There was an exhibition of like street art. I'm not sure when, it didn't have a date, but it's absolutely amazing. So let's go into town and have a look. Found this little place last night. How cute is this? Plaza del Horno. And you have this little archway, some benches under this lovely tree, a water fountain, and wouldn't this be a great place to sit and read a book? Well, look what they have. An old fridge converted so that you can take a book, sit down, read and relax. It's amazing because as you're walking through town, you never know what you're going to see around the next corner. And there's such a mixture of artwork. Some very small, some quite simple, some very large, very elaborate. So let's see what the next corner holds for us. around Geldo is interesting. It's just so quiet. Besides lots and lots of small barking dogs. I think they need to get their dogs out more to relieve some of the stress. But the artwork is phenomenal, and they even have it in the children's play areas, which is lovely. So that was our little tour of Geldo. Really nice, like I say, very quiet, very peaceful. I didn't actually find a single cafe or bar open to get a coffee or a croissant. So we're going to push on. We're going to head north, as I said, towards Zaragoza. So I better get online, get out the Park for Night app. We have someone else that wants to join the journey. And find out where our next place is going to be. I will, of course, give you a tour of the van soon. Just need to find the right place and the right time, where it's maybe a little quieter. So anyway, onwards, and see you soon. Hola, hey, welcome back. So we left Geldo, as you know, this morning, and we did have a plan, but best laid plans and all that. We stopped first of all at a spot, or we went to two spots. The first spot was called Alframen, a little village, but the site, which was on Park for Night, wasn't very appealing. So we moved on from there. Oh, hello, sir. Koa. And so then we found we thought we found a second spot just a few minutes down the road called Longares. But again, it was just like a lay-by on the side of the road. It had water and it had a place to dispose of waste, etc. But just didn't get the vibe. So we moved on again. And so now we're here. We are in Cadrete, which is a lovely little town. We were just driving through, and I think sometimes this is the best way to find these places, and the kids were turning out of school, and all of a sudden there just seemed to be some life. But quick Google also led me to find out that there is loads and loads of hiking here, which we'll come to in a minute. But we have just walked up a super steep hill to visit the castle, the Castillo de Cadrete, excuse my pronunciation. And it's beautiful. It's only small, but wow, is it beautiful. And I'll put a link below for information on the castle and the local town, and also for Geldo, where we were last night. I'm not going to give you all the history and read it off of Google, because you can do that yourselves, but I'll just put some links below if you are interested in anything you're seeing. And yeah, Geldo definitely worth a visit. Cadrete is amazing, as you're about to see. So this is what you don't get in Ibiza. I can't call them mountains, I'd refer to them as hills, having worked 18 years in various parts of the Alps. But everywhere you look, and I don't know how well it's coming out on the camera, there are tracks in these hills to explore. Just looking around with my eyes, what I can see, I mean, there's months worth of exploring. Perfect terrain for walking with Koa. Absolutely amazing. We're not that high, but it was very steep to get up here. But once you're here, whoa, it's worth it. Beautiful. Hello, me again. Where are we? We are somewhere where yet again we didn't intend to come. My plan for today was to stop in a town called Huesca, but last night I was talking to a guy where I parked in a little free public car parking. Dogs was the common denominator to start with. But it turns out he's 3 years into a self-build project of his own van. He reckons he's got 3 or 4 months left. And so he had a look inside my little van and, you know, we had a chat. And then he said, when I told him I was coming to Huesca today, sorry, Cora's just stopping for a scratch, that he said Huesca is beautiful, but he highly recommends Jaca, which is where I am now. We've just got here, and you know what I love in the places I've stopped so far, because obviously it's the time of day that I've been arriving, is that they all still abide by the siesta. It's just so peaceful and quiet. Obviously some of the little bars are open. This particular town is quite touristy, I believe, but obviously we are in late September. But there's people eating and drinking, just enjoying what's going on. Oh, we better stop. No, car's letting us go. It's very kind. Gracias. So yeah, and I saw on the way up here something super special that I've never seen before in such a grand magnitude, so you'll have to wait to see what that is. But anyway, join us We're going to have a wander around this town, and potentially we may even stay for another night here. So we may stay 2 nights. We've just got here because there's a lot to explore outside, and where we're parked is one of the air services, so we have access to water, dump for grey and black waste. No electricity, but that's okay. So yeah, let's go and explore. Stopped for a little tapas, some empanadas. I can't remember what that's called, but it's meat with a honey sauce over the top. Smells amazing. And look at this beer, what an elegant glass. So cheers. Sat in a beautiful square. Going to enjoy this, then we'll get back on track. Oh, wow. So, I told you I was going to show you something which is the best I've ever seen. So, I'm going to spin around 360. Just look at this lovely, open, big green space. And I'm not in a park, I'm not in the forest, in the woods, but I am in a town. And this is, oh, here's a clue, one word, Koa. This is an official dog park. It's huge, it's well kept, it's clean, there's little picnic tables, there's benches, there's shade, there's water taps, fully fenced, totally secure. What an amazing place if you live here to be able to bring your dog every day. So, Koa is going to have some fun. So, good evening. Whoa, tired. That's the end of our first ever YouTube diary. Hope you did okay, hope you liked it. Hope you'll come back for a second installment. Time for bed, it's dark. We have crossed the Pyrenees, but I will save that for the next video. Beautiful, the scenery was amazing. I have to admit, the Doctor, obviously with hills, it's quite comedic in terms of, you know, I feel like a big HGV lorry sticking on my hazards to warn everybody that I'm a slow moving vehicle, and obviously to go around me. But hey, it is what it is. That's why the doctor is the doctor, because it makes you smile. The whole world just slows down, the pace of life is much less, and you just enjoy the journey and you see so much more. And obviously we're avoiding motorways, we're avoiding toll roads, so the scenery that we're seeing is fantastic. I wish I could film more, but obviously when it's just me, I don't have a partner with me to hold the camera. It's super hard, and as I'm driving along and I'm looking out the windows, I'm like, wow, wow, wow. But yeah, it's impossible to show you everything. So I hope this little snippet has been enough to whet your appetite, and we're going to say goodnight. Definitely time for one of these, and then bed. So we will see you in our next video diary. Cheers.